Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Black Cats TV. Just me again. We're opposite ends, me and Mike, at the minute. We just can't be in the same virtual room at the same time, I guess. Just lots on. So we didn't want to stop, so we just thought we'd carry on. So there's quite a bit to get through, and I don't know if I'll get it all done in one video. So we'll certainly try to get ourselves back together. But before we get into it, I think we're about 20 subs away from 1,800, which is fantastic. We only started this channel in about December last year, and to be nearly at 1,800, just shy of 2,000 is fantastic. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing now and leave us a like, it'd be really good. I don't have to talk about it for the rest of the video now. So there is a transfer in from the other day. Looking at it on here, Noah Sadiki from, I think, Union Saint. Gillespie. I can't read it on here. It's on my full screen. I'll put your full screen on so I can see that. That's not Gillespie at all. Gillois is how I say it here. And then here we go from Fabrizio. So looks to be around sort of the £20 million mark there, with the add-ons included as well. So if we go back, we'll be able to have a look at his stats. So tends to be a central midfielder, but can play as a defensive midfielder as well. Last season he played 29 times in the league, 1 goal, 3 assists, few yellow cards, but nothing to worry about there. Europa League player, 10 games, 3 yellow cards. Also played in the club competitions, the cup competition, shall I say, in the Belgian league, I believe that is, as well as playing in the Champions League qualifier. So good pedigree on him as well. I think he's only 21 possibly as well. So he's a very young player that we've gone for as well. So, I mean, for me, another great purchase of ours. We're really strengthening up the midfield. It looks to be a spine of the team thing that we're going for. A bit quiet on the defenders front at the moment. I know there was talk of Charlie Cresswell, and I know we were talking about Kalatakar in a previous video as well. So, they're there, but they're clearly not the priorities at the moment, as we're going to look into the next one, where Fabrizio again was at it, talking about Talbi to Sunderland. This is a Moroccan winger. Just to say, before we get into this, if we sign him, the three of the players that we've signed in January, in December and January, we're going to be screwed when the African Cup of Nations is on, because Morocco are in it, Senegal are in it, and Congo are in it, which are all the three where the 2 signings in this potential one is from. So we're going to be very bare bones at that point, and I hope they're accounting for that one. But let's go back to it here. So deal agreed with Club Brugge for 23 million package, add-ons included. I did see he was meant to be part of the friendly against Rangers that they were doing, but I think he got withdrawn from the squad there. So this one looks to be announced soon, according to Fabrizio. I think that'll be the same as the left back from Atletico Madrid. I think we heard that one might be announced on Monday, tomorrow for me, if you're watching it at a later date, Monday the 7th of July, then, if we're talking about it from that way. The Echo also picked up on Talbi. Sunderland hopes of wrapping up a swift deal for Talbi. I'm just saying Talbi because I don't really know how to say that. If someone could spell it out in the comments for me, that'd be fantastic. It's been boosted by the winger's exclusion from Club Brugge's squad today's friendly against Rangers, stepping up the preparations for the new season. Rangers at home, Sunderland have agreed a deal. It's very much the same thing. Black Cats deal agreed around 19.5 million. Who spent part of the weekend undergoing medical. Talbi had established himself as one of the most exciting talents in Belgian football, playing 11 times in the Champions League and scoring twice. I think the twice was in the same game. If I have a look down here as well, stats are he can play all over the park on the wings as well as an attacking midfielder, predominantly used on the right wing. So that's a good step up in competition for Patrick Roberts, as well as a backup option. You've got Mundell, Enzo, and potentially Talbi as well out on that left side. So we like the players that can play in multiple positions at this moment. So again, for me, that's another fantastic one. I can't claim to have heard of him beforehand, but they seem to know what they're doing with these ones. Just watch out for, like we said, the African Cup of Nations. I know we were talking recently about Bulka in a previous video, but it's officially signed for Neom in the Saudi league now, so we won't be getting him. And then there's been lots of talk of Petric at Chelsea, deal around the £25 million mark, but it seems to have stalled. I was reading a few things, or it's just gone quiet at the moment, but he did have a lot of other options in it. But that led me to this article here where it's Sunderland plan to accept Anthony Patterson offer after Southampton's latest. So Sunderland are prepared to entertain offers for Anthony Patterson if they can sign a new goalkeeper this summer. Mick Brown worked at chief scout for Man United. Blackburn remains well connected with former clubs through top football inside. The regularly has decided he wants to strengthen his squad in goal. So with that in mind, I don't know. How much would you think we'd get for Patterson in today's market? I think he's a very good keeper, but I think we've all said the same thing of, is he going to be a Premier League keeper for us? And we don't obviously want him to be sat as a number 2 when we're sitting on an asset, someone who could get us a bit of money back to help us with PSR, because we're throwing money around like there's no tomorrow. So it would certainly be a better one to sell. One of our youngsters as well is the only other issue that we have with it. But how much do you reckon? 15, 20? Do you reckon we get up to 30 if we're talking about Jordan Pickford numbers as well? Potentially. But I did see as well that another Leeds target. So if we can't get Petric, I do believe I saw it was a lot of the Leeds forum, so nothing official, that said they're going after Sam Johnston from Wolves around the £8 million mark, but we're in for him as well. And if it's anything like the other Leeds targets at the moment, they all seem to be choosing Sunderland. So I don't know if that one was a signing for us or potentially a season on loan to delay this decision of, a keeper. I think Sam Johnston's a good Premier League goalkeeper, a very solid one. He just lost his place back to Jose Sarr. And did he play for England, Sam Johnston? Or he has been in and out of the squads as well. So he's one that we could look at, and it's on a cheaper sort of side if the Petric deal doesn't go ahead, and then clearly the Bulker one hasn't. So I think, you get a keeper in for £8 million and you make potentially more than double that on Anthony Patterson. It's a good bit of business there, really. We had an outgoing, I think today it just came up here as well. Ashish has headed on loan to Aberdeen. He says he wanted to feel wanted again. Played 37 appearances for Sunderland in all competitions, scoring twice, providing 4 assists. He also spent time in the second half of last season at Portsmouth, but struggled to nail down a regular starting place under Mowbray. Michael Beale, Dodds and Labrie. Now, the former PSG Scarlet, did he play for PSG? That's crazy. Haven't watched him. Is relishing the opportunity to reset his career in the Scottish Premier League and compete in Europe. Well, good on him. Good on him, I guess. I mean, he was always one of those that when things weren't going our way earlier on in the season, people wanted to give him a go, and he did. He got a vital assist against what were they called? Bristol City at home in the final minutes for Patrick Roberts. I believe, didn't he get another assist where he played a game or two afterwards, and he looked threatening, and it never sort of seemed to be a consistent run. And out of all the players that we signed at that time, there was Michu, there was Ashish, there was Barr, and there was, of course, Diallo on loan. Diallo is the only one that I can think of that actually nailed down, starting things for us. Barr was a bit part player as well, and then last season sort of lost out, and everyone sort of thought that the time was up. And Ashish has been the same this year, that plays out sort of left or attacking midfield. But when you've got Mundell and you had Watson, when you've got Enzo, when you've got Roberts on the other side, Job could play as a number 10 as well. His game time was sort of numbered. So I think it's smart. Send him out on loan, see if he can, get his form back and his mojo back for them, and hopefully get us a bit of cash if they do decide to keep him. I think I saw there might have been like a £1.5 million agreement if they do choose to. I don't think it was an obligation to buy or anything like that. It was just that was the one on there as well. So I think we keep an eye out on that one throughout the season if they do activate it. A bit similar like what we're expecting at the moment with if Hibs come back in for Triantis as well. We've just got to keep an eye on those ones. I know they're not massive amounts of money, but they will certainly help. The only other bit that I saw on Fabrizio, at least, was the talk of Luciano Volcano has agreed to join Sunderland. Volcano was signed as first-team assistant coach, wanted by Regis Labrie already 1 year ago. Despite being approached to be a first-team coach, he's set to join Sunderland and try their Premier League chapter. which is good. The manager has clearly earned the right to pick his staff that he wants as well. I mean, we said at the start of the season last season, sorry, when we were touting for Will Still, he wanted all his own coaching staff and we weren't willing to do it. So Labrie came in, was willing to work with the ones we had, and then when Dodds left and he got one of his own guys in, and I think it's a similar thing now, which is like, well, clearly you've proved your worth, so let's get your staff in as well, and we can start to go for that. And so, nothing's official on here, but apart from the Noah Sadike one, he was announced on the Sunderland site the other day. So we have 3 signings of Enzo, Sadike, and Diarra, which are bloody good signings, really. We're splashing the cash, we're having a proper go at it. So it'll be interesting to see where we actually end up this season. Now, I know a lot of us were just saying 17th enough, 17th enough. I think the signings that we're going for, we're aiming way higher than 17th. Philly on Fan TV had put in the group earlier on that he's had a bet for us to get top 4. So I'd love it, but I don't think we're quite there yet. Get a few more of these through and I might start changing my tune. You never know. But that's the ones I had at the moment. I say I've done no work. I've literally looked online just for like Sunderland news, Sunderland rumours, and just going through it. So I'm not in the know or anything like that. I like Googling stuff about Sunderland news and transfers, and I'm hoping that you guys like to hear it and do the same as me as well. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to ask you to subscribe again. I know I said I wouldn't at the start, but subscribe, like the video, really does help me and Mike out, and we'll see you on the next one. So take care now. Goodbye.